The biggest lie I've been told, the biggest lie you've been told, is that money is complicated. Money is difficult to have. There's not enough money to go around. Only a few people can have money or make money. These are the same terminologies we've heard over and over and over again. And in this video, I want to let you know that all of these are lies. And the only thing you need to understand about money is that money has behavior. So when you talk about money, you got to talk about behavior. When you talk about money, you got to talk about discipline. When you talk about money, you got to talk about pattern. So those who have money are people that have understood the behaviors of money. For example, they've understood that if you don't invest, you cannot make a yield or a return. They've understood if you're not disciplined, you cannot write a budget. You cannot measure that budget. You cannot see whether you're improving or not. So they've understood that in order to have money or to make money, there's a few behaviors or there's a few principles that you need to have. And those who think money are difficult is because they're not disciplined. You see, they lack the discipline to do what you're supposed to do in order to make, to have, and to keep money. So instead of just saying, I am either lazy, I am undisciplined, I do not understand the game of money, I don't know what financial literacy is, they blame money. They say, oh, money is hard. Oh, money is difficult. Oh, I've done this. I have no this. I don't have this. The reality is, money is a game. And in every game, there's rules. And the rule of money is simple. It's called financial literacy. And in financial literacy, you're going to learn that every word has a meaning. And if you don't know what a meaning is, then you're probably not going to know the result of it. For example, compound interest. Most of you don't know what compound interest is, but compound interest is the reason why the rich get richer and the poor gets poorer, because the rich are not doing more work. It's literally the asset that they bought a few years ago are now making them more and more and more money. So for example, if somebody had bought a piece of land 5 years ago, that land would have gone up by maybe 10 or 15%. And the only reason is because more people was born. You know, land is limited. There's only a certain amount of land that we have on this planet Earth. However, people keep growing. So the more people are born and the more people grow, the more they're going to want to have land and have properties. Therefore, land and property will keep going up. That's why all the wealthy people are into real estate. It's just a simple equation. But we're talking here about thinking that money is complicated. It is not complicated. What you've not understood is that your mindset isn't correct. You need to retrain your mindset. You need to study what is money. How does money work? There's a beautiful video on YouTube actually about how money works. I've watched it a few times, but it literally explains to you how money works. And once you understand how money works, and then you understand the behaviors of money, and then you're disciplined enough to go on some of those habits, then you're definitely going to be wealthy. If you're young and you have a job, that's great. You got to start from somewhere. However, if you're making 3,000 a year, do you take 500 and put on the side, put in the S&P 500, where it's going to grow by 8% or even 10% yearly? Or do you take that 500% and go to the nightclub or buy, I don't know, Louis Vuitton when it costs them about £20 to make? You're paying about 2,000-3,000 for Louis Vuitton when you could be putting that money into an ISA account, for example. That's the difference. You don't understand the language of money. You're not delaying. Right now, anything you want, you get. But no, to be wealthy or to understand how money works, you got to delay some things. Sometimes you can buy this car. You don't need to. Sometimes you can fly business class, but you don't actually need to. You just got to understand this is an asset, this is a liability. Let me get rid of all my liabilities. Let me get off everything that's taking money from me, and let me put them into assets, things that are producing money. And if you're watching this video and you do not have one or two assets, one or two producing assets, then there's a big problem, because what are you doing? It means you're one sack away from being broke. And I don't think that's a good position to be in. So if you have a job, well done. You have a job, that's great. Whatever your salary is, take about 30%, invest that. You don't know how to invest it, I'll make another video later where I talk about different type of investment that you can make, different stock market, gold, commodity, art, all of these things. I'll go into a list of the different things that you can do. But right now, the most important thing is money isn't difficult and it's not complicated. The problem is you're not disciplined. The problem is you're not focused. And the problem is you don't understand the rules of the game. So start by understanding the rule of the game and then start by learning the principle and some of the good habits. And I give you about a few months and your situation is going to change. You may not be a millionaire straight away, but you're going to go from making a few hundred to making a few thousand, then making a few thousand to making a few 100,000. Then you're going to break it in a million. Then after you broke into a million, the rest is history. Making that first million is a difficult part. After that, you will get to 10, 15, 20 million easily. Because by that moment, you already got assets. You already got passive income. You have streams of income. Those will just multiply. That's why I keep telling you guys, time is key. Most of you are in a hurry. Relax, take your time, invest, sit back, relax. Because with time, your investment is going to multiply, multiply, multiply. And you say everything, now double, double. If you're African, you know the song, double, double. Subscribe. If you have not subscribed, you're a suspect.